It's a real shame that nowadays, in most places, especially where I live in America, old age is associated with sickness, debilitating, like not being able to function properly, your body doesn't work properly. When I was younger, I remember hearing quite often from people that they don't want to get that old. They just don't want to get old because they assume that with old age comes not being able to walk, hurting all the time, having to take a bunch of medications, a whole bunch of problems, just not feeling right for like years at a time, for extended period of time. It's not just like getting sick or injuring yourself, it's just this is what life has become. And not just for young people dreading the future, for people getting older now and people who are older, a lot of people believe this because our society's diet is so terrible that most people are going to fall into this trap of poor health when they're older, and because the doctors just kind of go along with it. Everybody goes along with it. No, there's nobody really out there telling you that it doesn't have to be like that. If you take care of yourself, your body is meant to function properly until a very old age. You should be able to live into your hundreds easily without having all of these issues and die without having been on medications for years or not being able to walk. Well, not everybody might be able to do this. If we all took care of ourselves, prevented the debilitating ideals of old age, the things that we assume come with old age, we don't have to be fat, sick, and old. In society, we just imagine children should be healthy because they have youth. Adults, on average, are healthy, and then as you get older, people are sick, and that's just how we assume it. Obviously, there's varying degrees. Some people can be really sick when they're older and some people can be not as sick, but for the most part we're all going to get a little bit decrepit, maybe start losing our brain, start losing our physical ability to function and open doors all the way, or maybe just start like having to take medications because you have some internal other type of problem. No matter what kind of sickness, we all just assume that old age is going to come with one or more of these sicknesses. Sadly, as time goes by and there's all these autoimmune diseases and all these other things popping up, it's more and more common for younger people to be getting these old age diseases. And more often even young kids, not just young adults, but young kids are getting these certain diseases, things that shouldn't be happening at all. We don't have to get sick at all, young, old, or whatever. We need to change our diet, let food be our medicine, start from the source, realize what we're doing that is so wrong, that is causing this devastation of sickness in our people today and in our elderly. We need to realize that the food that we're eating, the health habits that we're promoting, trying to medicate our issues and kind of cover them up instead of actually treating the source of the problem isn't going to help. And it's only going to, like, even at my health food store, a lot of people that come in there that are looking for medications, they all tell me, because I'm young and don't get it, that, oh, when you get older, your body's gonna stop working. And I tell them as much as I can, because it's not my job there to be health coaching them, but obviously I try to lend as much advice as I can without sounding rude, because some older people, of course, don't want a younger person to tell them, oh, you don't have to get sick and old, you don't have to be hurting in your joints and stuff when you're older. They don't want to hear that. So, I do my best to try to say, oh, you can heal yourself with diet, you can get rid of pain, inflammation, this sickness, that sickness, through food, and eliminating certain things and adding in certain things, when I can. But most people that come in just say, this is just what happens. And I want you all to know, young, old, no matter what age you are, even if you've started experiencing some of these symptoms already, even if it's hereditary and your whole family has had issues, you don't have to get old. Your number in years, your age is gonna grow up. But you can be young at heart, your spine can be flexible. There's people doing yoga and running marathons, like bodybuilding competitions, 90 years old, 80 years old plus. It's amazing. And if these people can do it, so can you. And it's not just these few random cases. Even in like Japan and in certain areas, they treat their old people differently. They don't just put them into retirement homes and kind of stop valuing them because they think their mind might go or whatever it may be. They all need to retire. Well, don't get me wrong, a lot of people enjoy retirement because at some point in your life, if you've saved up enough, you can stop working. But the retirement also kind of like leads to a lack of purpose. People in centenarians, people who live past 100 in places like Okinawa, Japan, and places like that, they don't retire. These old people work until they're done. Maybe they won't work as laborious of jobs, but they're respected and revered as elders and not kind of just pushed to the side, which helps them live longer. But they're not free of disease, but it's so much less than it is here, and it's not expected, and it's not worried about, and people aren't afraid of being older because older people are respected, they're wise, and they don't have to be sick. You know, you're gonna be older, maybe at some point when you're really old, not gonna work as well, but it doesn't just have to start happening. You don't have to suffer through years of it. You can enjoy yourself, enjoy your life, and be healthy and happy and fit all throughout your years. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.